Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalsabre here. Welcome to Spinning number 23, where we talk about the music that I listened to via physical media this last week. And it was an up and down week, so we had all kinds of stuff going on with the music. So let's get with it. The very first thing that I pulled out was this has been for a while, set and wait to get into my collection. I don't know when I picked it. It's a 12-inch EP by Culture Club from the called the War Song, and it's only three songs, two versions on one side and one's on the other side. It's a 12-inch EP. You know, it was okay. It had some it's a strong anti-war song, the three dance version, and the song actually reached number 2 in the UK. No, I don't have the winter sleeve with it. There's the back. A little bit of glare from the windows. Still trying to figure out how to do this from that other room. That's giving me a little bit of problems. And it was on the Epic label. It had this white sticker on both sides. What do you call it? Barcode on. So going in all directions. So that was the War Song EP by Culture Club, 1984. Okay, next one is one that I bought, but have been waiting on my shelf of shame for quite a long time to get played and get entered into the collection. This is from the Smashing Pumpkins double album called Pisces Iskarat. And this is, I don't know what that all means, but anyway, it's the 2012 remaster of their 1984 album, Alternative Rock. You know, and when I was listening to it, I was going, God, this does not sound very cohesive. There's the inside. Doesn't sound very cohesive. Well, I hadn't looked it up before I bought it or when I played it. So after I looked it up, after I played, then I understood. The inner sleeves are just two gray ones with the lyric. When I realized that it is, B-sides and outtakes. So that when you're doing something like that, there's not a lot of cohesiveness, I guess you could do with the album, but it did flow all right nicely. It was enjoying. Can't get it back in there. All right, and this was this is on the back to help people identify it, I guess. Store. And it came in. It did have some nice sleeves with the poly liners in them to help protect them in that. Came on the gray version of records label. Never get them out correctly. So that was the double album. Pisces Iska Riot. Pisces Iska Riot 2020 remaster by Smashing Pumpkins of their 1994 album. So moving along here, we're going to go. Then we decided, well, we're going to do a little bit of rock. Get this one into the collection. It's been sitting there waiting for a while. This came back a while back in my this is the 1973 album titled Strange Brew, The Best of Cream. Trying to find there best I can. This came in a when I did a whatnot, and it was like a cream threefer came in that I got very the actual cover on this very very good condition. Age 83 rock and blues rock and great songs on it. So you can remember Sunshine of Your Life, Crossroads, White Rooms, Born Under a Bad Sign, Strange Brew, Anyone for Tennis, Spoonful. There's no inner sleeve on it. It did come on the gray IRSO label. So that was Strange Brew, the very best of cream from 1983. Okay, then I went a completely different route with something that's been setting the way to get in there. This is a Western, Loretta Lynn, Coal Miner's Daughter. Anybody remember that one? This is a 2021 reissue of her 1971 album, her 16th album, studio album by Loretta Lynn. Really, really top-notch country western singer back in the day. The story behind this one is if I'd have gone to the record store, I would not just pick this up and buy it. Well, I belong to a record club that sends me every month or every 6 weeks something that they pick out from the 60s and the 70s. And it came in that. So I says, I could have canceled it once again. Nobody says, no, I don't have I do have country in there. Let's get something newer into there. So I let it go. But now it's been set. It's got to been sitting on my shelf for a year and a half, waiting to get played and entered into the collection. Well, it is now. I did kind of enjoy it, and the Coal Miner's Daughter was the big hit on there. But some other songs that were probably pretty good too, pretty good hits for her. But I don't recognize them right now off the top of my head. Okay, so this one came on, I guess you could call it a Rainbow Decca album label. See the colors across it. Black Rainbow Decca album. Decca I haven't heard in a long, long time. Look across the top, stereophonic. Too many of that anymore. Dude, it's expensive. So that was Coal Miner's Daughter, the 2021 reissue of Loretta Lynn's 16th album from 1971. And it's in the collection, ready to be listened to by anybody that wants to. So then I went a completely opposite direction because it was next on the list. This was one of those inherited albums that I got. And get ready here in my notes. Okay, this is Great Gonzo. Ted Nugent, Wild Guitar Man. This was released in November of 1981. This one looks like it was released in 1981. There's quite a bit of ring wear and usage wear on the cover. The album was very good. I'd say VG plus on the album. But what a great one! Cat Scratch Fever, Free for All, Dog Eat Dog, Paralyzed, Stranglehold. Oh, great songs on here. This really rocked the house the day I listened to this one. Pretty cool stuff. And this one here was put together to, I guess, put together of the songs that he made while he was with Epic Records. And then let's see how this came out on the Epic label. Real good shape. So that was Great Gonzos by Ted Nugent from 1981, a hard rock, arena rock album that really rocked the house. So then it was time for the weekly 2 CDs off of that shelf. The first one that I pulled off with was Bruce Springsteen, and it was The Wrecking Ball. Now, I listened to it semi-coherent, I guess, or fairly closely, and I would have said, okay, this is G plus or VG for me, what I like, so forth. And but this was named Album of the Year by the Billboard chart back then. So people liked it a lot more than I did, I guess. Just in that, but anyway, it's in my collection. It's pretty good. Lots of lyric stuff and for that. This was like they called it an Angry Bruce. It was about economic injustice. It had the theme running through in and out of it. This one was almost readable by me without glasses or a magnifier. Read it all? No, I didn't, but I looked. And then the CD looks just like it did, just like the cover. This was Bruce's 17th studio album. I guess this deserves me to listen to it again, since after I listened to it, thought about it, and I found out that it was the album of the year. Maybe I listen to this one. I might do that, but I won't record it. So the next CD that I picked, and I guess I really like this guy because these are some CDs in there that I don't remember buying, and this was Born to Sing, No Plan B, Van Morrison. If you've already been following me, there's been Van Morrison albums already out. As I was saying, already out in other singing today or spinning this week, whatever it's called, and through the VPs. But I much like Van Morrison. This was pretty much rock, blues, and pop. Now, believe it or not, this was his 34th studio album, 2012, and the first with original music since 2008. So people would say, wow, 4 years, that's not really too long. But I guess if he's been pumping albums out at the rate where he's only got 34, I guess 4 years was a little long for Van Morrison. Back with the track listing on it, credits down here in the bottom. And as usual, CDs, it comes with a little booklet. A lot of text, a lot of information. There's a lot of text, no pictures in it. That's a lot of reading. In the CD, looks like the album cover. And so this was Van Morrison, Born to Sing, No Plan B, 2012, his 34th studio album. Okay, so lastly, I ended up the week with one that was in my collection. Of course, the CDs were already in my collection. This one was in my collection too. I started to pull albums out. This was rated or titled or numbered number 9. Back in the day when I used to number them and didn't know any better about them, but this cover itself, this is the best of the Guess Who. And from what was this? Oh dear, 1971. This was a compilation of the songs that they did between 68 and 70. They were really on a roll, because let me just read a few of these names or songs. These I, No Time, American Woman, No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature, Hand Me Down World, Bus Rider. Those are all big hits to have in a 2-year period. What a role they were on. I would have loved to have seen them. My son Paul said he saw them and really enjoyed them a lot. Okay, there's a gatefold. Not showing you too much in the middle. Except they got all their pictures in the doorway. Burton Cummings, what a great voice. I mean, he was always is still one of my favorite voices. And then it did have a inner sleeve of the picture of the whole group. Strange thing about this album, when I was entering it into Discogs, all of the albums seem to say that it came with a dark orange label. This does not come with a dark orange label. It comes with the black RCA label. I could not find it anywhere. I recorded it under one of the orange labels. RCA Records. So before you leave, go down there and hit that like button. Let me know what you think about the music I listened to this week. Do you like any of them? What did you listen to this week? Let me know. I appreciate it. I'll get back with you, as that was the best of the Guess Who from 1971 by the Guess Who. And this is SoCalsabre closing out spinning number 23. Thank you for stopping by. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other and stay safe.